And good day, I'm Jackson Mitchell. We are joining you right now with breaking news. We have learned the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, is safe after an incident that occurred in Palm Beach, Florida, at his golf course there. Joining live here as we wait a press conference from the Palm Beach County Police and the Secret Service. I'm just going to run down a list of things that we do know has occurred and what we can tell you at this hour. We have learned again earlier this afternoon. I would say 2:50 maybe. Actually, probably even before that. Team Trump posted on their social media, quote, "President Trump is safe after gun shots rung out at his golf course there." Apologies, we almost lost that shot there, but at his golf course, and that he is safe. Secret Service rushed to kind of what we have learned is kind of a tackle and get him out of the way. While Fox News reported earlier in the afternoon, and now other news organizations have reported this, so it has in fact been confirmed. That is that the weapon used to shoot near this Palm Beach, Florida golf course, near Trump's Palm Beach, Florida golf course, was in fact an AK-47, an assault rifle. So NBC News and multiple other news sources at this time, I was just taking notes as I was learning different information, is confirming one person in custody. Kamala Harris weighing in on this situation earlier this afternoon, saying, quote, "Violence has no place in America." Now, CNN reports that the United States Secret Service did, in fact, fire their weapons, or at least one Secret Service agent did so, shooting at this suspect. That suspect originally ran in a vehicle, but was later found by police in a neighboring county. Now, earlier we did see a feed, or I was watching a feed, where President Trump did in fact pass over that hill. From what we have learned, is traveling back to Mar-a-Lago. I don't have a map to show you, but just kind of, I was viewing the area earlier, trying to get an idea of what things were looking like, and this golf course is maybe 20 minutes away from actually Mar-a-Lago, so it is a little bit of a path to get to this golf course where he was at. In his Secret Service detail, we assume here, and did find it safe for him to travel back. Those are kind of the details that we do know right now, but again, piecing things together as we get through this all, because it's been a little bit challenging to get information. And there was this question earlier about when there's a pool of press traveling behind the president, or the former president, which is now not common because he is now candidate Trump and not President Trump. You usually would see what we call a pool report, but again, that has not came out yet because there is not really an official pool traveling with the former president, because he is candidate Trump in this race. Again, we are watching that feed to my right there of Palm Beach County Police, Sheriff's Department, I should say, and the Secret Service, I believe, expected to deliver a press conference. We are waiting for that to come. As soon as it does, we'll take that feed there. Just stand by with me as we run through some of this information here as we wait for that feed to come back with us. There's that feed there. So we're just waiting for that to come back. Again, Team Trump saying President Trump is safe after gunshots heard in the vicinity. There's a graphic that just popped up. So we'll be waiting on that shot. We'll be listening in to see if we have anything to come in, and I'll be checking over here for any news sources reporting any new information that we may not know. We just, again, Fox News reporting that gunshots were fired in the vicinity by the United States Secret Service. Information really limited at this time as to what may have occurred. I'm just going to see if we have any new information coming in. And I do know Fox News anchor Sean Hannity said that he spoke to the president because I believe, if I'm correct by saying this, he was expected to meet with the president earlier in the day. And what the president was telling him was that he checked if his golf mate, I think that would be the correct language to use. The person he is playing golf with was okay as soon as he got inside, because essentially he was rushed onto this like fast moving golf court, is how I heard it explained, and taken back, of course, to a safe place. Um, the latest details are just kind of the basic facts that we do know are right here on this QR code there on your screen. I'll put it right there to the side there so you can, in fact, see that. So that is where you can go. Scan that QR code there on your screen and you'll be able to go and kind of see the basic facts of what has occurred. It says, I'll just read this off to you. Fox News host Sean Hannity also confirmed that the suspect was arrested and is in police custody. An AK-47 was discovered in the bushes. Hannity said local law enforcement did confirm that information. Fox News says Brett Baer. I'm just reading here from a Fox News story. Brett Baer said that he was fine and there was no evidence. I'm sorry, this is what Trump said to Brett Baer, that he was fine and there was no evidence any shots were near him or hitting near him. Now, again, I must add, inside of all of this, that it's unknown if these shots were actually aimed towards the former president. We don't know what the situation was. I believe in the beginning, kind of the questions were, maybe was this gang related? Maybe was this some fight going on or something of that nature that we just do not know of. The president was just, again, in the vicinity and had to take shelter for a number of minutes, according to our sources. And I want to go back to some questions about, we're discussing a possible another assassination attempt by a former president, and this one specifically Trump. We haven't seen any against President Biden or Vice President Kamala Harris or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The question is, is the Secret Service, is there something more they can do to enhance that safety? And another question, should Donald Trump even be playing golf? I think that's a big question as well, knowing that it's something, he truly loves and is pretty much a lot of the free time he gets, he puts that into playing golf. And should he even be doing that? Because you have to think of the landscape of golf and how really the size of a golf course. They're huge and there's a lot of open land. And one former White House reporter explained it as kind of like sometimes when they were traveling with him in his first term for presidency, you could actually see him sometimes. And that just tells you about the open and see, if that's even a word there, about this area. Again, we are waiting and standing by for the Palm Beach County Police to give a conference. We're going to hear from officials. We'll be listening into that as we wait for this. One in custody at this moment. After this incident, I'm going to be checking in on some other information here as we do wait. And we just got some news here about 4 minutes ago. The suspect in the security incident involving Trump was detained by the Martin County Sheriff's Office on the northbound area of Interstate 95. That's what the Sheriff's Department said in a Facebook post. I don't believe we'll be able to show this to you guys on air, but essentially it's two photos showing that northbound I-95 at 714 is shut down. It says based on the BOLO information released by Palm Beach County, which is the neighboring county. Palm Beach and Martin County are neighboring counties in Florida. But it says, according to the BOLO information released by the Palm Beach County, the Martin County Sheriff's Office has stopped the vehicle and taken a suspect into custody believed to be connected to a shooting incident at the Trump International in Palm Beach County. We will update this information as it becomes available. And it has two photos, one even including that vehicle. I'll see if I can get this to you guys. It looks like maybe, I'm not sure the vehicle, but I know I've seen it before. Let me full screen, because I'm unable to, I don't believe I'll be able to. Let me full screen this here for you guys. This is that vehicle, if you can see that there. That is what that vehicle looks like. You see multiple police surrounded that vehicle. It does appear to be some type of older Nissan SUV. Just analyzing that from what we see, and I'll move it a little closer here so you can get a better view. So Let me write that down here because suspect stopped on I-95. And let me go back over here if we can to standing by for that press conference. We are expected to see at any moment. So, possible suspect matching that Bolo information stopped by the Martin County Sheriff's Office on I-95 northbound lanes near the 714 exit. And I came on the air a little late here because we were waiting for that press conference to begin, which could begin at this point at any moment. We've been seeing press continuously getting set up and standing by for this. Kamala Harris weighing in on this situation earlier today, soon after the incident actually occurred, I do believe so, saying that violence has no place in America. So I don't believe we've seen anything from President Biden. I'll keep a lookout on that if we do see something. I'll report that directly to you. I would like to also note in a fundraising email he did send out earlier, he said that he was safe and, I'm sorry, he said, quote, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well." That's what that email said, that fundraising email that was sent out earlier today, just reading that straight from the inbox. His statement, he went on to basically say nothing would stop him, would slow him down, and that he is, and that to never surrender. So definitely something we will have to continue watching. And again, just pointing out the weapon that was in fact shot was an AR-styled rifle, according to Fox News. Okay, I believe we're just seeing a sound check here. Let me listen in.
You good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll finish my numbers in English.
Okay, yes, just a sound check there. Listening in there. We'll see when this is going to begin. We'll, as soon as it does, we'll take you directly over there as we stand by. Again, Fox News host John Hannity reported it was an AK-47, an AR-styled rifle, which was recovered near the golf course. And I just want to make sure. NBC News reports it was recovered outside the fence line of Trump's golf course, and authorities believe it belongs to the person that has been detained. That is what four senior law enforcement officials confirmed to NBC News. Let me just check if we have any new information possibly coming in. And again, if you're just joining us, what has occurred was that President Trump was in a vicinity where shots were fired at his Palm Beach golf team. Trump, his campaign taking his social media earlier, saying that he was safe. And as information and as time has continued, more information has come in. So again, if you're just joining us here, what we've learned is one is in custody, an AK-47, according to Fox News, but an AR-styled rifle was found. Kamala Harris weighing in, saying violence has no place in America. The United States Secret Service did, in fact, fire. We don't know if that was directly at the suspect or what may have occurred there. He's traveled back to Mar-a-Lago. His Secret Service detail, and we assume, did decide that it was safe enough for him to travel back to Mar-a-Lago. If you know the landscape of Palm Beach, Florida, you would understand that it's about 20 minutes of distance, 20 minutes of driving time to get from the golf course to Mar-a-Lago, where Donald Trump, of course, spends much of his free time. So, it's not normal to see Donald Trump at his golf course. At his golf course, apologies there. His Bedminster, New Jersey one, and his Palm Beach, Florida golf course. Again, we know Donald Trump was not injured. Another thing we would like to know that I'd like to note is that we don't know if this was maybe directly targeted towards Trump or who it was, what may have been happening. We know that, again, that shots sprung out in the vicinity of the golf course and where Trump was. Let me see if we can hear anything from that shot there. Stand by with me. I don't believe we are going to be able to. I apologize. Let me. I know we might have a little bit of audio, but I don't know if it's going to do us correctly. Again, continuing coverage of this incident that has occurred in Palm Beach, Florida, where President Trump has actually been found safe after shots were fired at his Palm Beach County golf course. Continuing coverage of kind of just standing by for this press conference to begin, where we are expected to hear from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. We'll be waiting for that. One is in custody. Kamala Harris weighing in. The United States Secret Service did shoot. That's kind of the big things that we do know and can report. And it appears someone has maybe walked up to the mic. Okay, never mind. They stepped away. I was thinking maybe we saw someone with step to the mic. Someone did. We saw paper. I'm not sure what they did. And then they stepped away. He may have said we may be hearing this at 4 o'clock. I turned the volume up so if you guys can hear that, let's just listen in here, because as soon as someone walks in, I want to go directly to that shot. Someone has some pictures in their hand. I'm not sure if it is related. Let's just stand by here because I can't fully hear him.
Hold you all up. We're waiting for the representative from the Secret Service and the FBI. Yeah, I saw the You got any work? Is there anybody live streaming right now?
Yes. All of us.
All right. because we're going to have a little talk about rules of the road before we get started. You already know those, don't you, Al?
I do, sure. I can almost say
We've been around too long.
we have, yeah. Maybe I'll hear something new that I.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, let's just wait here and see if this person does in fact speak.
They want you to count into the microphone. Do you want to count?
Someone
10,
now.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're good?
No, you might want white balance. You guys want a white balance or anything too?
Okay. That's pretty
Oh,
sad.
quick white balance. Quick white balance there. And I must add that I'm having some issues being able to hear what they are saying. So I'm working on that here. That's what I was just doing. Trying to figure out if I can get an ability to be able to hear them, so I can report accurately what is going on. And I know you guys can hear them, so you guys are knowing a little bit more information than I do in a time like this, as we do wait for that press conference to begin here any moment. Again, they're just a live shot there, where we're expected to hear a press conference on this incident that has occurred at the Trump golf course in Palm Beach, Florida. Stick with us on all of our social media pages for the latest on this, because as we continue to wait for this to, in fact, occur, we're waiting on this here to occur. I apologize for pausing there. I was just making sure everything was okay there. But follow us on our social media pages at Jackson Mitchell BN on Instagram, Jackson MITCHE BN on X. I'm not sure what may be going on here, what they're saying. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out a way to listen in. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's take a quick break, and then I'm gonna see if I can't figure out a way where I can able to hear what is going on right there on this side of your screen. So as soon as I do, I'll get back with you. And we'll take a 60-second break here. and wait for it all to occur. Apologies there, but some audio issues there at that press conference. I'm going to go ahead and mute it just because it is a little bit in the way of what is happening here. But again, press continuously setting up, waiting for this Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office to give a press conference, an update on a situation, an incident that occurred earlier this afternoon at the the Trump Golf Course in Palm Beach, Florida. What we know right now is the former President Trump is in fact safe after gunshots did ring out at his Palm Beach, Florida golf course. Fox News reports that it was an AK-47, the weapon shot. The Secret Service, the United States Secret Service, did in fact shoot. We don't know if that was at the a suspect or what may have occurred there. The suspect is in custody after attempting to flee but failing and was caught in Martin County, where we are now learning that I-95 at the 714 exit is in fact closed. The northbound lanes is in fact closed by the Martin County Sheriff's Office, where they did in fact catch a vehicle there, continuously waiting for this all to get underway here.
Freddy's Grilled Cheese Steak Burger is back. Try it with a side of our
When we get done, think about your questions, because we're not going to take a lot, and keep them to the information. We're not going to go there, all right? So keep that in mind, and we'll be good. So here we go. All right, 1:30 this afternoon.
That press coverage happening right now. Let's listen in.
Because we're in constant contact with them all the time. We were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw run out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's TIPS, .FBI.gov. Thank you.
David?
Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level. And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to have to secure a couple areas around the golf course here, the public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for you to get to all the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe. There's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you. So having said that, we're going to take a very limited amount of questions, and you can direct them to who you want to answer the question.
Sheriff, did this individual make any statements as he was being detained?
No statement right now as far as his involvement in the incident, and there's further investigation to be completed.
What was his demeanor like?
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe the Secret Service gentleman answered. I misunderstood, or I couldn't quite understand. So there was a rifle, so one of your agents saw on the golf course, saw a rifle pointing to a fence with a chain link. Okay, so he saw that, the agent?
That is correct, yes.
And the president or the former president was on the course behind him. How close?
It was 1 or 2 holes behind.
100%.
That because the bubble moves through the golf course, so our agents will get there first, clear it. He noticed that the rifle was pointed out. Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents, but for sure our agents were able to engage with the suspect. I don't know that.
up here, sir.
Is there a moment?
Yep. Al?
How far away was the president, how far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
Probably between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
For the Secret Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into it.
Reports are that 4 rounds of ammunition were fired. Were all 4 of those from your agent?
That is correct. 4 to 6. We're not sure yet.
Was there a long distance? Explaining why?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
WPPF 25, I was wondering what how this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all that. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
So how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery. So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right? And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. But because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
Which direction was the shrubbery where he was? North, south? I guess east, west, and south is the road?
The layout of the golf course, you've got 3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right? One of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress. And he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are protecting former President Donald Trump? This is now a potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed and what you make of all this?
Yes, the threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times. So yes.
We're done with questions right now. There's really nothing more for us to add. I just want to tell you, the Secret Service and the FBI and the State Attorney's Office have been fantastic to work with. And I can tell you right now, our agency with this real-time crime center was fabulous. That's how we got the guy. We started out with, we don't know anything, to where we had a tag, we had a vehicle description, and we got an area where we saw the person. So be proud of your law enforcement. All right. Thanks, folks. We'll get back to you.
Where on 95 was it that Sheriff wanted to show the photo?
Yeah, she'll get the photos to you.
Okay, there. Getting an update on what exactly occurred today. We just lost that feed there, but getting an update as to what may have occurred, even maybe a little bit of a timeline. I think the most critical thing we learned during that press conference was that Donald Trump was only 300 to 500 yards away from what the FBI has now ruled out as an attempted assassination. This is the second one. The first one with July 13th. I'm not going to act like I can do math, but not long from, it's only September 14th. So 2 in 1 day is what we are seeing from another possible assassination attempt, or at least that's what the FBI is ruling it as. Also, those with tips are urged to call 1-800-CALL-FBI or go to their tip line on their website. We just lost that feed there, but I also want to apologize about that audio. That was beyond me and something on that side in Palm Beach, Florida, where that press conference was being held. We heard from a number of different voices. essentially what we heard was that this Secret Service agent spotted a scope from the AR-style rifle, the AK-47. That's what they said it was. Through the fence, alerted everyone. They got that around. And that guy, or the person, not guy, ran away in a vehicle. And then the neighbor had a photo of the plate because obviously had a photo of the plate and got that to police. Since from then they put it in their real-time crime center, which is and they put it in their plate readers, which is something I want to add that the city of Brooklyn also has, where they can read plates that pass through certain areas. And they read that plate, found that vehicle, took him into custody. No statement from the person just yet. But again, that new information coming from that press conference from the Palm Beach County Sheriff, talking about as President Trump, former President Trump, is found safe after gunshots rung out at his Palm Beach golf course. Much more information expected to come later in the evening. And to find all of that information, you can scan that QR code on your screen and go straight to brooklynnews.wordpress.com. Our coverage concludes right now. Kamala Harris weighing in earlier today saying, quote, violence has no place in America. Our coverage concludes right here on Brooklyn News. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jackson Mitchell.